yeah. If you fuck with winning, put your lighters to the sky. How could I make sense when I got millions on my mind? Coming with it.
Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Cass from Cass's Critters here, and today I'm going to do a video all about king snakes. And obviously, this isn't a king snake. This is a leopard gecko, but, you know, as you probably know that, but, I already handled my king snakes for today, and I just want to leave them alone now. Let them warm up, let them do the thing, I guess. So in this video, we're going to be talking pretty much all about king snakes, their care, everything that you should know if you want to get one. If you know me, if you're friends with me, if you're following my Instagram, or just general watch my channel, then you do know that I technically do have two king snakes, and I say technically because I do have a Pueblan milk snake, and milk snakes are in the king snake family, and they pretty much are king snakes. Pretty much every milk snake is a king snake, but not vice versa. Not every king snake is a milk snake, if you get what I'm saying. They are both from the same genus. So yeah, let's get to the video. So first off, for king snakes and nebulous hiding. First off is, I guess, heating and humidity. I personally do two different things for my king snakes depending on what kind of enclosure they're in. My Florida king snake is in a 3-foot vivarium, so she has a heat lamp and she'll come out and bask when she wants to warm up, but for most of the time she does not come near that heat source at all. Maybe like for one day, for a few hours after she eats, but typically she doesn't go near it. And that is one of the, what is it? All Things Living 50-watt heat lamps, 70-watt heat lamps. It only gets to about a certain temperature, which is really good, and I find that to be actually quite accurate. It does only get to that specific temperature that is written on the box, which is really cool, and I like that a lot. It's very truthful. But on my milk snake, he is in a critter keeper because he's a shoestring. He is tiny. He's in a critter keeper, and he has a heat mat underneath on a rheostat set to low, and it stays about 85 to 90. It does vary, but that's pretty much what it stays at. As for humidity, it depends on the locality of the king snake. My Florida king snake does not require really any humidity except for household humidity, and if she's going in a shed, I'll spray like one part of the tank down. Whereas my Pueblan milk snake, I do keep the substrate a little more moist, but not wet, and it's not overwhelmingly moist. So there's a little bit more humidity in there, but not much. He does always have a humid hide, and he does have sphagnum moss. So that's pretty much it with that. As for feeding, I feed them between every 5 to 7 days, depending on what they eat. My king snake, my Florida king snake, is on fuzzy mice, and I give her 2 of those a week, and my Pueblan milk snake is on pinky mice, and he gets 1 of those a week. And it's still pretty big for him, so he only gets once a week. Water, you should always have water in the tank. There's no excuse. Water must be in the tank at all times. They need to have access to it in case they do want to drink or they do want to soak. Which they don't soak often, but if they do, then there it is. Size completely depends on the species, or not on the species, on the locality. Florida king snakes max at about 4 foot, as do Pueblan milk snakes. They can get bigger, but they can also stay smaller. It really depends on yours. And, yeah. What is it? They are very sexually dimorphic. Females are larger than males, and you should never house king snakes together as they are cannibalistic. They are snake eaters in the wild, and they will eat each other. So there's that. A cool fact I thought about king snakes is that the California king snake does prey on rattlesnakes in the wild, and if you know me, I am in California. I do have California king snakes, and I do have rattlesnakes over here, so yeah, that's kind of cool. What else? King snakes are a burrowing snake, so I do offer quite a bit of substrate for them, at least 2 to 3 inches, just so that they get that enrichment, I guess. But they also do climb, and they will bask if you offer it. So I do offer it with my Florida king snake, just because she's in an enclosure like, let me show you. This is my Florida king snake's enclosure. It is big, And that is the heat lamp I was talking about. I absolutely love it. It is amazing. But she also has stakes, she has cork bark, she has a rock back there that she can lay on, she has plants, and she has pretty much everything she needs. And then this is the critter keeper I was talking about that my Pueblo milk snake is in, because like I said, he is literally a shoestring. So yeah. What else? I think there's about 25 different species of milk snake, which is really cool. 25 to 27, I think, and they just went through a major revision. So there's a lot that, like this, the names have changed, and a lot of them don't have common names anymore. But they are still Lepropeltis, I think it is what it is. I think. And they are still related to the king snake. They are just different localities, for the most part. And they do look different because king snakes more try to mimic the area, whereas milk snakes try to mimic coral snakes, which we also do have out here as well, which are also snake eaters, if you didn't know. Which is kind of cool. What else? I don't know. I keep my king snakes on a whole array of bedding. My milk snake is on Eco Earth, and my Florida king snake is on Aspen, Sphagnum moss, Eco Earth, and what else? That's pretty much it. I do collect the rocks and sticks from outside. You just have to bake them and clean them and sanitize them. Make sure that they're okay. For the rocks, I soak them in Dawn bleach and water for a few days to make sure I get everything off. And for the sticks and cork bark, I bake it in the oven for about 2 hours at 250, and it does kill pretty much everything. I had a tree fall down out front, so I just took the bark from there. What else? King snakes are... There's quite a few species native to the United States, which is pretty cool. There's the Florida, there's Brookside, which is South Florida, there's California king snake. There's a few more king snakes in the United States, which is really cool. And they pretty much just follow the area where the rattlesnakes are, for the most part, is what I noticed. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's pretty much it. Well, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I'm Cass from Cass's Critters, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.